Good morning, world. It's Monday morning, 9:15 a.m. Both Chelsea and I are super fresh and ready to work out, aren't we? In no way did we get kept up all night by a child. No, never happened. Okay, guys. So today we're gonna 20-minute AMRAP, so 20 minutes, as many rounds as possible. We're gonna go through 5 different exercises. We're going to be doing some round the worlds. We've got a couple of variations for you depending on what equipment you have available. We're going to be doing toes up. We're going to be doing jump squats. We're going to be doing sprawls. And the last one we're going to be doing is opposite foot punch. We'll go through them all before we get into the workout. But first thing, let's just do a little bit of basic mobility to warm us up and get us going. So hands on the ground. Fingertips facing forwards, roll the hips from side to side, nice and loose and gentle. Okay, let's start lubricating the spine and the lower back a little bit. Again, go a little bit like unnaturally slow. Chelsea stopped moving.
I'm just going to take a nap.
Chelsea's gonna have a nap. Okay, well, she doesn't believe in warm-ups apparently, it's fine. Okay, next one, grab onto the backs of your legs. Just rock, pull yourself forwards. I'm trying to warm up that spine a little bit. Okay, 90-90 stretch. So, chest in front, just switch your feet, come to the opposite side. Try and pivot on your butt cheeks. Avoid using, what are they called? Arms.
Internet's bad, right?
Yeah, as always, our internet's not great. But it's because everybody's on it, not just us. Nice. What was I going to do next? Oh yeah, same movement, but bring the hips forwards, switch to the opposite side, lifting the hips over the front leg. Just wanted to get really close to the camera to do that one.
Maybe if you left me some space somewhere else.
Where am I going to go? You got space, you got loads of space. Yeah, we're going to do our lunge and then straight leg combination, working the quads, opening up the quads and opening up the hamstrings. So just drop into this lunge position, okay, nice and deep, and then pull the leg back straight. We go from a tripod position. Okay, so just drop it down, chest up, pull back, back leg straight, and then just keep working through. And then switch it to the other side, same thing. One hand on the other side, is that lunge position.
I gotta get my hands
Toes up and back. Okay. And last couple we're gonna do, just lay on the ground, we'll do some stick ups. So imagine that someone's holding a gun to you, you got hands up and you're gonna pull them down and just keep sliding them up, trying to squeeze that elbows as low as you can, but try and keep the whole of your back of your hand, forearm, wrist on the ground, and then bring it up.
What are you meant to feel when you do this?
I'm not really meant to feel anything.
Then why do it?
As it warms up all the rotational muscles in your shoulders. Okay, your next one, arms out in front, hands off the ground. You're gonna keep them off the ground and straight all the way back around. Just circle from one side to the other. And come up. Okay, so the workout, Chelsea's going to demonstrate the exercises.
I might.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to take a nap.
Well, no, you're going to do some work. So the first one that we're going to do, it will be 10 of these, is we're going to do round the world.
If you're closer to the kettlebell.
Okay, so around the worlds are pretty simple. I might need to move the camera up a little bit. You can do it a couple of different ways. So if you don't have
the camera up higher.
if you don't have a kettlebell, yeah, that's good. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a rucksack, and you're literally just going to pass it around one way to the other. Ideally, trying not to drop it like so. If you have a kettlebell, it's the same movement with the kettlebell. Obviously, the kettlebell's a slightly higher weight. Just avoid hitting it into a wall. So 10 one direction, 10 the other. Next up was the toes up. Chelsea's going to demonstrate this because I don't know what she means by that.
So you can do it a couple different ways. You can do like a straddle and lift your toes up off the floor.
Okay.
They're really hard. They look really easy, but they're really hard. If you don't have the flexibility to do that, you can do it in like a pike, which is the same thing, or you can, I guess, do a tuck, like a V-sit kind of situation.
Most people should be able to do the pike. The straddle,
Yeah.
I think, would be more difficult and more challenging. So it's
try and do them because they're really good for your hips. They're really good for everything, and they're difficult.
yeah, exactly. So hang on.
And try not to like drop your feet to the mat every
So
time.
it should be in controlled, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Ideally, you shouldn't you should just touch and come back up. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Then we got jump squats. So it's really important when you do jump squats, you're not just kind of like bending your legs in the end. You want to do a squat. So I go fingertips down and I drop, okay, either side. So I'm kind of like touching my shoelace and then just jump up from there. But you want to avoid that kind of tipping forwards and using your lower back. It's all about using the legs. Okay, so you're jumping, squatting straight down and working from there. 20 of those, it's going to be rough. And then 10 sprawls or burpees, depending on how you feel. And then the last one is the opposite foot punch, which is fairly self-explanatory. You're just going to lay on your back, opposite hand and leg come up, try and touch your toe or punch your toe, depending on your flexibility. So it's 10 of the round the world each direction.
You lock the front door.
10 toes up, 20 jump squats, 20 of the sprawl burpees, and then 10 opposite foot punch. That is one round. You're going to try and do as many rounds as you can in 20 minutes. Okay, so I suspect you should be getting up somewhere over 10 to 12 rounds, I guess. Something like that. Some of the exercises are a little bit slower. Okay, so.
I don't remember what's first.
Round the world.
That's right.
So you can use a backpack or whatever. I've set up my timer so you guys can also see our time because why not? It's kind of fun and nice. We're gonna go in 5 seconds.
Oh, they can't see our heads. Do you guys want to see our head?
Do you want to see our head? You just gotta stand back a little bit. Okay, so 10 around the world, don't hit the walls.
Do not put a hole through my wall.
4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10.
One way is way harder.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And what do we have next?
Toes up.
Toes.
Toes up. Okay, so we're here. Oh. It's hurting my hip. I
It's
don't like
supposed
it.
to hurt your hip.
Jump squats are next.
Well, I'm gonna do burpees. We're just going off course today, it's fine.
Opposite foot punch, 10 each side is the last one. So it's 20 in total. Okay, cool. So, it was one round in about 2 minutes. 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Hose up. I'm gonna do this off camera. Jump squats.
Might have to retire these.
No, it is right there.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to stretch out the hips after this.
Tom can't handle the toes up, Kaya.
It's not a hip in it. Close up. Apparently the lace curtain is messing with our signal for our baby monitor.
I think it is, honestly.
It's our lead line. Lead line curtain. That's 3 rounds done and 6 minutes done.
those ridiculous crunched up toes. Using every muscle you have to get those feet off the ground.
It's like our baby when she eats. Four hours done. Go for one every 2 minutes. Well, this one. You want the big boy?
What is it, like
18.
14 kilos? Oh, 18.
Shoot. Oh, it's okay. Five rounds done. This is as much for me as for you guys. Otherwise I'll forget what I'm doing.
Forget how many rounds you've done.
Yeah. Cool. Toes up. Always forget that one. Blocking it out. Sorry.
Stop hiding the kettlebell from me. Now I gotta do farmer's walks too.
It's good for you. Jump squats. Now a bit of window opening action.
Hey, Get that closed.
Well, let's open the window to get the Humidity.
Sweat properly.
I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh. It's not about sweating, it's about mold.
Well, if you're that concerned, you can open it when we're done.
I will.
Seven and a half minutes left.
There you go, right by your feet. Man, I wrecked that mat yesterday.
Huh? Oh, were you drunk nearly killed everybody?
Yeah.
Tom got up in the loft on Saturday and then dropped a bucket of nails down the loft hatch. Nearly killed me and the baby.
Yeah, well, it wasn't very well placed. Chelsea's been furrowing around up there.
I didn't know that. That was right where it was. What's that?
Yeah, so 7. Oh, slow down. Let's pick it up. 2, 3. Sprawls, sprawls.
Ow. Box. Oh.
Might be. Ah. Come on, get a bit of a sweat patch over here.
Starting to get slimy.
Yeah. What comes after? Oh, I want to jump squats. Okay, well, I can't do that. I'm gonna do some more of these. That's 10 rounds. We got 15 seconds. Oh, so I got 10 plus 14. Don't know what else got. She can do the math.
9 and 20 of the around the world.
Okay, so catch your breath. We're just going to do a little bit of basic mobility. Chelsea, you got 9 plus 20, right?
We'll go with that.
We'll go with 9 plus 20. Okay, I'm going to open the window because I don't want it to steam up in here. And we can get a little bit of flow through going. So if you start to hear, I don't know, gardening noises, that's why. So, for me that was very front of the body intensive. Obviously we were doing the toes up, which is requiring you to contract. We did the sprawls, which is extending. We did the squats, which is
Quads and
yeah, the
hips.
quads, that lever, that hip lever. And we did the opposite foot punch again, it's contracting. What was the first one we did? The round world. That's just stabilization. So we'll spend a little bit of time just stretching out like the front of the hips, just to try and loosen them off a little bit. So first thing, we're gonna go into our basic cobra pose here. So forearms on the ground, just look up towards the ceiling. Just take a little bit of time.
So try and, when you do this, straighten your legs, push the tops of your feet down towards the ground, and lift your neck away from your shoulders. You see how Tom's all crunched up?
That's just
'Cause
because I've
he
got
can't
really
do
big
it.
shoulders.
You want to pull your head up and shoulders down so you're not crunched up.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah,
My traps are too big.
yeah, something like that.
Okay, try and push up all the way to the hands.
And again, push your your quads down towards the ground, the tops of the feet into the mat. If you get up on your toes like this, it takes the pressure off, but it puts it all on the lower back, so you want to drive down this way.
Okay, pull back into, oh my god.
They're going to think that everybody from California knows how to do yoga.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it is kind of
I've
true.
seen it. Just go into a downward dog. You can pedal the feet a little bit. Remember, hands wide. Good flat back posture, trying to press towards your quads. Just stick on the step. That's all. And turn the volume up a little bit.
It's already up, but she hasn't moved.
Get forwards into a low press up. And then arch up again. Upward dog or what's the other one? It's cobra. If you're interested in improving your flexibility, I highly recommend joining something like yoga for BJJ.
Malia said she's been using it and she really likes it.
Yeah, Sebastian's very entertaining when he coaches as well. Like, he's not just doing yoga, he's kind of talking to you about nonsense. Much as we do, in all honesty, if we're a little bit more awake.
Yoga is an interesting beast.
Pull back again.
You get instructors who are really into it from the flexibility side of things. You get people who are really into it from like the spiritual side of things. And then you get like a weird mix of the two.
Yeah.
And you have to, that's part of the problem, I think, for people when they start trying to do yoga. You have to find the instructor that strikes the right balance for you.
Let's go into that King Arthur's pose, as we like to call it. So you're looking for a straight line from your shoulder down to your knee. Here, am I in a straight line? I feel like I'm in a straight line. Sometimes it's actually difficult to feel when you're in like the right position because of like tightness in your body. So if I'm in a straight line right now, am I in a straight line or not? It feels like the front of my hips really pulling. Like I feel a lot of pressure in here, whereas this feels like I'm in a straight line, but I know because I'm looking at the camera that I need to get my hip a little bit further forward. So that's where like mirrors can be kind of useful in that situation, or just recording yourself is what we're doing.
That's why dance studios and yoga studios have.
You're going to reach across the outside of your leg, hand on your hip, lift your chest up and start rotating away. And then you can squeeze your glute of the knee on the ground just to get a little bit of an extra stretch. Okay, now hands down, back leg out straight. Then you're just going to bend the knee towards the ground. You're going to feel a really nice stretch in the front of your leg. Just very gently going up and down. You don't need to touch, sorry? You don't need to touch your knee to the ground. You can if you want, but just keep it going up and down. Again, try and keep your chest out. And then switch, go King Arthur's pose on the other side. Same thing, try and get that straight line. Shoulder to knee. Remember what a knee was then. Hand across, hand on your hip, rotate. Breathe. Try to lift your chest up. Squeeze that glute. I always feel like everybody talks about squeezing glutes. And then hands to the ground, back leg straight on those toes, drop the knee and just pulse it. Go from that straight leg to the bent leg.
You wanted the windows open. You
I
wanted
changed
the
my
door
mind.
open.
It's too cold. Okay, guys. So you're gonna go into a hero's pose. So you just want to pop your, basically put your feet underneath your glutes. We like the glutes. Always
you know how when you were in elementary school, the teacher would always yell at you for sitting like this, sit like that.
It's not bad for your knees. What you want to do then is you want to kind of like peel your legs out to the side a little bit, okay, and just sink down. If this is like a lot of pressure on your knees, which it can be, like I'm actually feeling it quite a lot today, you can just use your hands to support your weight a little bit.
Or if you have like a book or some yoga block, you can put your butt on it.
Yeah, and just stay there for a second. Again, try and keep your head up. Okay, now you're going to take one leg out in front. Point your fingertips towards your feet. Bend your elbows around your back. So you're trying to like put your lower part of your spine on the ground, and then squeeze the quad of that front leg. Squeeze the glutes, engage your core, and you want to feel a stretch down the front of your quad. And again, just keep trying to put your lower back on the ground. Keep your core engaged. Relax. Shake that supporting leg out a little bit. And then do the same thing on the other side. Go into hero's pose. I've completely forgotten which leg I just did. This one. Leg's going to come up. Hands back. Round. Okay. Drop your back, your elbows towards the ground. Try and put your lower back on the ground. Squeeze your core, engage the glutes and the quads. And then breathe. Again, keep trying to put that lower back on the ground. It won't go to the ground because that's impossible if you're keeping your chin towards your chest and rounding. And then just come out. Just shake your legs around a little bit. That's
Time
just
for
really nice.
My favorite yoga pose.
Sleeping.
Shavasana.
AKA having a nap. Okay guys, so hopefully you guys got a good training session in. I certainly got my what's it called?
Sweat.
I got a bit sweaty. I'm sorry that we're a bit away with it today. It was a rough night last night. That's baby life for you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If anybody wants a code for BJ Yoga from BJJ, please let me know. I have one of those and I can give it to you. Maybe I'll post it below this video so you guys can have a look at it. Other than that, have a great day and yeah, bye-bye.